Hey guys, it's Alaina, and today I wanted to demonstrate making an alcohol ink art piece in Procreate using the Liquify tool in Procreate. And the Liquify tool is not strictly necessary with my alcohol ink brushes, which I'll be using to demonstrate this. However, I know a lot of people do like to use it, and so I just wanted to show this as another tool for your toolbox when you're creating abstract art. So I'm going to show you this using my amazing alcohol ink brushes, which are available in the link down below. And I'm going to use a canvas that is 6,000 times 4,800 pixels at 300 dpi. And the color palette that I will be using for this piece is called Ranger Cool, and it is a palette that comes with the brush set as well. So let's go ahead and get started. To start out with, I used the flat inker brush to lay some color out across the screen. It's time to blend some of these lines together. So I will first use the Liquify Blender and then also the Heavy Bleed Blender to just blend some areas while leaving some harsh lines in other areas. To use the Liquify tool by tapping this magic wand up in the top left corner, which is the adjustments menu, and choosing Liquify. Now I'm going to keep it on push, even though you've got a lot of different options, as you can see, of different kinds of Liquify, but I'll keep it simple and I'll just go ahead and keep using push, and I will come back to this multiple times throughout this piece. selecting the spray blender brush, I'm just going to run it along some of these areas, and wherever the tip of the pencil is, it will sort of splash that color up onto the rest of the piece. So I'm just experimenting with different areas, adding some splatters here and there. So now I've chosen the static brush stroke, and this is the one that does not blend with its environment. It just adds some nice harsh lines. So I'm going to just run this along the piece in some various different colors to add some lines that are typical of alcohol ink. I've chosen the ink pool edger brush in order to add some harsh lines sporadically throughout this design. Now I'm using the Add Ink Depth Texture brush on the same layer as everything else to just add a little bit of texture to some of these areas. At this point, I chose my Heavy Bleed Blender brush just to blend a few of these areas between the purple and the brown. I wanted to add a little bit of a focal point down here in the bottom right corner, so I chose the ring blender just to make it look like I had dropped a bit of alcohol in this area. Now I've chosen my hair dryer #1 brush to add some cloudy looking texture along the top and the bottom of the piece. At this point, I decided I wanted a little bit of white texture on top of the rest of this, so I chose color changing #9, and I just chose white so it doesn't actually have any color changing effect here. And on a new layer, I added some white texture over top of everything else. So now it's time to add the metallics. I added a new layer on top of those other 2 layers, and then I went and chose my metallics color palette that comes with the brush set and made that my default. And then I chose this dark gray color, and I went to my foil liner brush and I went ahead and just started adding a couple of accent lines of foil. So I didn't really want to take it super far, I just wanted a couple of little accents. Next, I chose my ultra fine glitter brush in the same color and added just a little bit of extra sparkle right around where I had made the foil lines. I've chosen the metallic ink liner brush just to add a few bigger chunks of glitter to the same areas, and I will just keep alternating between these two, adding more glitter here and there. So that's about it for this piece, and I hope that you were able to pick up something that is useful to you here, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And let me know down in the comments if you have any questions, and I hope that you have a great day. Thanks for watching.